Hi, I'm Marty McKnight-Favell, owner of Dragonfly Holistic. I'm an energy healer, homeopath, and spiritual counselor working in support of women, and I specialize in addressing birth trauma integration and emotional spiritual healing from traumatic experiences for women. I've been working in this capacity, supporting women for over a decade, and over the past several years, I've been approached to find more integration for the birth trauma healing experience. This has led my body of work to expand beyond solely supporting mothers who are picking up the pieces after a difficult birth, but also to address the impact to birth professionals. So birth professionals like yourself are approaching me as well as initiating these conversations with one another within the birth community about how traumatic birth affects your practice. I understand that ultimately your goal is to support your client to the best of your ability, and depending on the context of the experience, a difficult birth leaves everybody a bit shocked and challenged to integrate and process the experience. What may be happening is that after such an experience, you as a birth professional may be imprinting the memory of the experience. This is filtered by your own previous memories of trauma and your own biases, so that the next time you prepare for birth, that bit of information is sitting back in your mind someplace. It has created cellular memory within your body, within your thoughts and emotions, your feelings, and sometimes we craft a belief system around what we have seen and experienced. This is all within the body of the work that I offer through integrated energy therapy as well as intuitive healing work. And I feel really strongly about addressing birth trauma within the context of cellular memory and to really delve into looking at cellular memory with you in the weeks to come. Part of what I see as a healer is how we imprint that information of previous experience and how it informs future experience. So if you are a birth professional and you've been supporting a birth that went dramatically differently from the plan and left everyone feeling threatened, frightened, endangered, upset, angered, or frustrated, you want to really pause to consider how that experience affected you personally and what mindset you approach your future births with. You want to be sure to clear your slate after you've attended birth so that you're not projecting that experience and that memory as well as your reactions and triggers onto your future clients, any experiences that you have encountered. So, one example, we understand what happens often for the mother when the mother is experiencing birth trauma. She leaves the experience possibly feeling threatened, fearful, violated, angry, contracted, confused, detached. It can create conflict within the body. When a professional is attending a birth, and I'll give an example, working with doulas, when a doula attends a birth and witnesses birth trauma within a healing space or within a birthing space, leaving the birthing space feeling traumatized and shaken up, she can feel challenged to offer follow-up support to the mother, an adequate amount of support based on what has transpired that may be outside of your scope of experience. But then what happens is you may be ruminating on that experience and that the next birthing client who hires you for support may unintentionally trigger traumatic memories or feelings within you based on the previous experience. Also, if you are doing doula supporting work and you yourself have a history of trauma, you also may be embodying that experience within your cellular memory, and until and unless you clear those energy patterns, you may also be carrying a bias or having a difficult time with filtering out what is your stuff and what is happening for your client. So we're going to be delving into this through doing cellular memory blueprinting and mapping. We'll go over how to apply this not only with what's happening for your client, but also how you take in the information within the birth space and how you imprint it and possibly project it. We'll also work on techniques for clearing that energy after the fact. You want closure for each experience attending a birth. When you have appropriate techniques in your toolkit for clearing your mind, emotions, and body, you have closure for every birth and you can begin anew with a clean slate moving forward. then you're not carrying that stuff home into your home environment as well. So this series begins on February 2nd. It is a 4-week series. Each week we'll meet for 1 hour. I will be sharing some teaching materials with you, and you'll work closely with me. I'm really excited to be offering this body of work. I feel very passionately about working with birth professionals at this time to address birth trauma at a much deeper level so that it can be integrated and healed more thoroughly for mothers, for partners and families, for birth professionals, and ideally even the full community of birth and the institution of birth. So ideally to help illuminate this process for professionals who may not be accustomed to thinking outside of the box. So I'm hoping that as we dialogue in the future, you may be able to educate the birth centers and more mainstream birth environments in your own communities as well. This is an online program, so it is available globally, and I look forward to serving you wherever you are. And I'm now inviting you to visit my website, www.dragonflyholistic.com, to read more about this 4-week series beginning on February 2nd. You'll find information beneath the header Online Birth Trauma Healing Program for Professionals. I'll host an encore call on Tuesday, January 26th in anticipation of this special series. Also, while you're on the website and you're checking out the program, check out the very special rate that I've just established. I just dropped the rate of the enrollment for the series because this is how passionately I feel about sharing this work with you. So I really want to bring everybody in who can join me at this time. So stay tuned for more information. Until next time, have a beautiful day.